been like 3 weeks.
No, it hasn't.
Because you forgot to post.
Oh. Alright, it's been a little
Brad.
bit. We're doing another live stream. Today we're doing our wide receiver rankings. We're doing top 25 plus our top 5 notables. Here, joined by
Brad.
Cole, as you heard.
Yeah.
He's back.
I'm here again. I'm here. Brad, do you want to tell them what we're doing, starting in a few bits?
What?
Well, like, what's gonna be posted in the next week?
We are doing some videos, gaming videos again. It's gonna be great. We have a Rocket League video coming out soon, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Unless Brett's too lazy.
Yep. If it's not out by in a week, then it's because him. We have a viewer. It's probably Brandon. He has the bells on. You should do that too if you're watching this. Click that notification bell.
There's only one person watching this.
So you know whenever a new
that
ranking video or
turn
something's
on
coming
the
out.
bell,
Yep.
and then you'll be able to see our rankings.
Yep, rankings and coming soon normal videos.
Yeah, those are gonna be weird. They're gonna be awesome though. So.
They are.
All right, Brad. You wanna start it off?
Oh no, it's Andrew. Andrew's here. Hey Andrew.
Andrew has the bell.
I think he has the bell. Hey Andrew.
Andrew, you're probably going to disagree with about every single ranking that we have.
Yep.
That's your fault.
Oh, we have 2 viewers. Ow!
Why are we so excited about this?
I don't know. Alright, do you want to start off with our notables? Top 5 notables that did not make our top 25.
Sure, I'll start off. AJ Green did not make my top 25.
Alright.
Did he make yours?
He did not. I had 6 notables, and he was my number 6 notable. I feel like we could have a good AJ Green. He could.
Yeah, but
He could be a good player, but we could get the old AJ Green that we've been having. Or he could get injured again.
Stubbed his toe in the first week.
But he could do good. The Bengals offense is looking pretty good. He did get injured in training, but
he's a boomer bust guy.
he'll be back.
Yes, he has Joe Mixon throwing to him. He has Joe Burrow throwing to him, which I don't really trust Joe Burrow. So
Yep.
I don't feel like he's gonna have a good year. I feel like his prime is kind of over.
It is. He's getting older.
He's gonna be slowing down from here on out.
Yep. Alright. Another guy I didn't have. Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, same. He was my number 1 notable.
I feel like he could have a great year. He did last year. Had a better year than Odell, so could have a good year.
Garbage. Odell.
If Baker Mayfield proves himself, then he could have a great year again. I just don't feel like he's gonna be top 25.
No.
There's so many good receivers this year.
Thinks he's gonna be top 25.
Probably. He hasn't said anything yet.
That means he probably agrees. We're doing good.
Hey, type in chat whoever that second viewer is.
It's probably Brandon.
Probably. All we have is Andrew saying, "Oh boy." All right, who's your next notable?
I don't have Stephon Diggs in my top 25.
You don't?
No, I don't.
All right.
I have no notables. I think he's gonna have a good year. I just think that the 25 people on my list are gonna have better years. I mean, he's part of a 3 very good wide receiver set. I feel like he's gonna be splitting a lot of the receptions with his other 2 people, Cole Beasley and John Brown. I feel like the Bills are gonna have a dynamite year this year, though.
They are.
I feel like Josh Allen's going to improve a lot.
Finally gonna take back AFC East.
I just feel like he's gonna have a good year, but he's not gonna be top 25 because of the other people who he has on his team.
That's the same reason I don't have Michael Gallup in my top 25. He's gonna be sharing with Amari Cooper and CD, and they are a running team with Zeke. So I feel like there's too many people for more than one of them to have an outstanding year. I feel like he's still gonna have a good year, but
yeah, exactly. We're saying he's gonna have a good year, but he's just not gonna have a top 25 year.
yes. All right, these next three that I had, my notables, probably could have made the list. All right, my first one, Marvin Jones.
Oh, I didn't even think about Marvin Jones.
I feel like
he didn't make my list either.
He could have a great year. He's really only sharing with Kenny Galladay here. I feel like he's an underrated receiver, but I'm going with the underrated half of him. I feel like he'll have a great year, but Marvin Jones not my top 25.
Is a great flex to have.
He is. If you can get him in your flex, that'd be pretty good.
Because, I mean, he gets a lot of touchdowns.
He does.
Obviously,
Matthew Stafford doesn't have too many targets.
Obviously, Kenny Galladay is your number one, but Marvin Jones is by far the number two. So, all right,
here you go.
You have two more notables, right?
I have two.
Because you cheated.
I cheated. I put 6 instead of 5.
I have Julian Edelman not in my top 25.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange pick, but I don't think that the Patriots are all gonna. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do very well this year.
I don't even have him in my notables, so.
You don't?
No, I forgot about him.
Oh, Julian Edelman. I feel like he's gonna have a decent year. I feel like I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about the Patriots this year.
Yeah.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton could pop off.
Coaching Cam Newton.
He could have his MVP year.
The Patriots are very robust this year. I have Julian Edelman in my notables because I think he's gonna get some catches. He's gonna get some touchdowns.
He's one of the only receivers on the Patriots. They do have Mohamed Sanu.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
He doesn't have Tom Brady throwing to
yeah.
him anymore, so he's not gonna have his top 25 year that he normally has. But I still feel like he's gonna have a decent year.
All right, this one is also, I don't know, it could be in it. Marquise Brown, I have him as my notable. I feel like
Marquise Brown. Andrew, I'm sorry.
Andrew, I'm sorry about that one. He's a Ravens fan. But I feel like he's going to have a good year. Lamar Jackson's probably going to improve. Whole Ravens team's amazing. But I think there's so many good receivers in front of him. Marquise Brown, they do have Mark Andrews, and not too many really receivers, I guess. Willie Snead, that's about it. But I just feel like he's gonna have a good year, but I don't think top 25 year.
That's a horrible pick. That's absolutely garbage.
Thank you.
All right, do you have any more?
I have one more.
All right.
Do you?
No.
Oh. I have T.Y. Hilton as my number one notable here. I think the Colts are going to do great. I think T.Y. Hilton is getting kind of old. T.Y. Hilton is not going to have. He's getting older. He's got an older Phillip Rivers thrown to him, not Andrew Luck. And I feel like he's a great receiver. We do have Zach Pascal trying to steal it from him. Eric Ebron did move away, so that could help him. But I feel like he's a good pick. Take him in your fantasy drafts, but he's not top 25. Like I said, there's so many good receivers this year.
Oh.
Would you like to start our top 25 list?
At number 25, I have T.Y. Hilton. Number 25,
Alright.
So pretty much explaining pretty good. So, you can go on and say you're 25.
Alright, this one I feel like I could put him a little high on the list. Like, I'm probably going to say this for all of them. Because all of these players are so great. I have DK Metcalf.
I have DK Metcalf number 24.
So I feel like Seahawks are going to have a great year. DK is going to be good. I just feel like
Seahawks are going 13-3 in my predictions. I feel like Russell Wilson is going to have an MVP candidate year. But
yep, Brandon is here. He said oink.
Yeah. But at the same point, he also has Tyler Lockett on his team.
Yes.
I feel like Tyler Lockett's going to have a better year than DK is. He's kind of going to be getting thrown into the shadows by Tyler Lockett, but he still made my top 25. he's still gonna have a good year. His rookie year was obviously pretty good. So
Yes.
yeah, I feel like DK Metcalf
Be a
at
great
24.
flex. Great flex.
Oh, he'd be
Even,
insane.
yeah, even like number 2.
Yeah.
Alright. Number 23. Oh no, number 24. I have Scary Terry McLaurin.
I have Terry McLaurin at number 23.
Hey, it's gonna be like that the whole way down.
Yeah.
Alright, Terry McLaurin, he's got no quarterback to really throw it to him. It's either gonna be Alex Smith or Dwayne Haskins. So obviously not great.
Alex Smith is gonna be thrown to him, in my opinion.
And they have Jordan Reed and Terry McLaurin. If he was on a different team, he would be way higher on this list.
Obviously, he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great deep threat, but no one can throw it to him. So
yeah, they have Alex Smith. I guess he could have a comeback season. His legs finally better.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like number 23 is a good spot to put him.
Mm-hmm.
Not too high, but yet I feel like he's still gonna have a good year, like he always does.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Redskins are gonna be the worst team in the NFL this year.
Probably.
Their team is kind of a train wreck.
Especially with Darius Geis opting out.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good for the Redskins. So Terry McLaurin is not gonna have the top 15 years.
Say he was on like the Patriots or like a good team, then he would have a way better year.
He needs to get traded. He's not gonna do anything on the Redskins.
Alright, who you got number 23 here?
Terry McLaurin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, number controller on board.
Well,
alright, I have Stephon Diggs.
Whoa, okay.
I feel like he's gonna have a good year, but yeah, you explained it great. He's got 2 other receivers fighting for the yards with them. They do also have Devin Singletary. He was good out of the pass. It's gonna take some of his targets away. He's a great receiver. I just feel like he's not draft him. John Brown, Cole Beasley, all those guys are gonna take it away. Josh Allen's a great receiver. If he does good, he is a deep threat. He could do really good. And Josh Allen has like one of the best arms in the league, so he could do a lot better than 23. But I feel like 23 is a good spot for him.
Yeah.
Draft him. Flexer number 2.
Number 22.
Who you got?
I have Marquise Brown.
All right.
Number 22. I feel like Marquise Brown is gonna have a top 25 year, just because of how good the Ravens team is. I feel like the Ravens team has them going 14-2 in my power rankings. And I feel like Marquise Brown's going to be a big part of that. Lamar Jackson, he's going to be throwing the ball. He's going to be throwing it to Marquise Brown. Obviously, yes, he has other targets that he can throw to Mark Ingram out of the backfield. They have Mark Andrews, who had a great year last year. I think he's going to have a great year this year, too. But I feel like that Marquise Brown's going to have a top 25 years, so he's for sure a number 2 wide receiver on the team.
Alright, this guy, I probably put him too low. Like I said, I'm going to say that for all of them. I have Cooper Kupp. I feel like Robert Woods is going to be taking most of the catches here. I also have Tyler Higbee. He's going to do really good. Jared Goff is
I don't have Cooper Kupp in my top 25.
Jared Goff is an average quarterback. If we have a Super Bowl season, then he could do a lot better. They did lose Gurley, who takes a lot of receptions as well as runs.
They lost her. Gurley carried them to the Super Bowl that one year.
They did. They are going to change to a passing team because of that. So obviously, he could do a lot better. You never know. But right now, I have him at number 22.
Yeah, I feel like that's a okay spot for him. But anyway,
who you got number 21?
Number 21, I have Keenan Allen.
Alright.
I feel like the Chargers have a great team with Austin Eckler, Calvin Benjamin,
yeah,
Keenan Allen,
but Tyrod Taylor,
I don't think they're. I have him at number 21. I think he's gonna have a good year, or else I wouldn't put him there. I just feel like he's not gonna have the normal year that he probably has. He slowed down last year. The Chargers didn't have a very good year last year. I feel like he lost Phillip Rivers. They had a great connection. Tyrod Taylor's gonna come in. He's still gonna have a good year, but he's not gonna have as good of a year because Tyrod Taylor's in. They don't have that same connection, and he's gonna struggle a little bit this year.
As Justin Herbert proved himself, he could do better.
Justin Herbert. Yeah.
At the moment, probably not. That's a pretty good spot to put him. All right, this one, no one in the world's gonna agree with me on this. All right.
21.
21. I have Calvin Ridley.
I have Calvin Ridley at 20.
Okay, never mind. It's not as bad. A lot of people are saying he's gonna be like top 10.
A lot of people are saying that. And Andrew probably thinks he's gonna be top 10 too.
Yeah. All right, Julio's gonna take it. Hayden Hurst is good. They got Gurley. He's gonna take some passes.
They have so many offensive weapons now on their team.
That's gonna be hard for just one for multiple
Calvin Ridley
people.
to have his normal year.
Uh huh.
I have him at number 20, so he's obviously a top 20 wide receiver for me.
Yes.
I just don't feel like he's gonna have that same top 15 fantasy point year that he normally has because of all the weapons that they brought in.
Yes.
So, still draft him. I could argue that he could be a number 1 wide receiver on your team, but
He could.
just
Matt Ryan's a great quarterback to be thrown to him. He's got an arm.
underrated. Matt Ryan's underrated.
He is very underrated. Alright, number 20. I have Keenan Allen. I feel like you explained it great. It's got too many targets for just him to get the ball. Austin Eckler also takes a lot of receptions. Travis Benjamin, all those guys.
And Tyrod Taylor, man.
Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor. And they also have a tough division defensively. They got Broncos, Chiefs,
Yeah.
even Raiders are pretty good.
The Broncos defense is looking scary this year.
It is. I feel like he's gonna have a pretty good year still, but not his normal top 15, top 10 caliber season.
No.
Number 19.
What do you got?
Number 19. I have Allen Robinson here.
What?
A lot of people think he's gonna be a lot better. I don't.
Number 19.
I don't think he's gonna have a great year. Well, I feel like he's very overrated right now. He has Mitchell Trubisky throwing to him.
Yeah, he had Mitchell Trubisky throwing to him last year, and look at his fantasy numbers.
He's gonna have a great year. I've probably underrated him. Just you wait, Cole. Just you wait until he does about here.
Robinson is a number 1 wide receiver on your team. Period.
He's got Jimmy Graham. He's got a few other people. Tariq Cohen takes a lot of receptions. I feel like they're gonna be more of a running team this year. Then they're just not gonna have a great year altogether.
They
You
have
may
a
disagree with
battle
me.
going on in Chicago, so they're gonna run the ball. That makes sense.
Oh my gosh. They have 2 amazing running backs, alright?
Amazing running backs.
Yes, Tariq Cohen is very underrated, alright?
Tariq Cohen is totally a amazing running back. Tariq Cohen's used out of the passing game, dude.
Well, that's why he's going to take a lot of receptions away from Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson? What? Okay. Sure.
You probably have him like top 10 or something dumb like that. But disagree with me if you want. I think he's overrated right now. But you do you.
Okay. I will do me. I feel like in all of the rankings that we've had, our quarterback rankings, our running back rankings, you know, all of these, I feel like I've had a lot better.
I don't think so.
I feel like I have. You've had some pretty wild ones. You know,
I have.
With you ranking Drew Lock where you did, you know.
With you having the Broncos going like 10-6. We made that bet.
Broncos are going 10-6.
We made that bet. $1 bet.
You think they're gonna do worse than 10-6?
I do.
You're crazy. You're crazy. That's the easiest dollar I've ever made in my life.
Do your number 19.
My number 19 is DJ Chark.
I thought you had higher faith in him.
I do.
I have Chark at my number 18.
Yeah, I have super high faith in DJ Chark. But as I was going through this list, I saw all the top 18 guys that I had on my list, and I'm like, dang. I don't think he's higher than him. So, DJ Chark, man. He's on the Jacksonville Jaguars, which a lot of people, including a bunch of my friends, are saying are going to be the worst team in the league this year. Brad, do you think they have a chance of going 0-16?
I do. You think Gardner Minshew's going to have him pop off?
I do not. I think they're going to win at least 5 games.
You think they have a better team than the last year Bengals?
They have
by a lot.
One of the worst defenses in the league.
Yes.
What? Look at their offense. It's not.
Gardner Minshew. Oh my gosh. Leonard Fournette. He's pretty good. And then they have DJ Chark, and that's about it for receivers.
They have D.D. Westbrook.
He's not very good, is he?
He's super underrated.
Oh my. Then why don't you have him in your notables?
Because he's not.
Probably wouldn't even put him top 40.
Yeah, I would. I'll put him top 40. Andrew, if you're watching this, Brad's crazy.
You're crazy.
DJ Chark is part of a very high-powered offense, in my opinion. And
I have him higher rate than you.
If you look at the Jaguars highlights from last year,
it's all DJ Chark because that's like all they had.
40% of the highlights are DJ Chark.
It's because that's their only good player.
DJ Chark had an amazing year fantasy-wise. He's going to be another top 20 wide receiver this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he's going to do insane. DJ Chark, he is #1 on my sleeper board for this year. In my opinion, he's a #1 wide receiver. I don't know. He is.
Alright, my number 17, I have Odell.
I have Odell at 16, so.
I feel like Odell, he's not great, alright? Honestly, he's not great. If he has a year like he had on the Giants, he could be higher. But right now, Baker Mayfield's not proven himself. He does have Jarvis Landry and Austin Hooper and even Kareem Hunt taking receptions away from him.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna have a great year.
Number 18, I have Robert Woods.
Alright, I'm gonna have to take a quick break. You say your guys, put in a deep explanation for him. I'll be right back.
Okay. Robert Woods. I feel like I ranked him way too high on my list. I don't know why I put him there. I feel like he's gonna have a pretty garbage year. Splitting carries with Cooper Kupp. I don't know. I don't feel like the Rams are gonna have a good year. They lost Todd Gurley. I feel like they're gonna do really bad. They're gonna either be 3rd or 4th in their division. I feel like this is gonna be kind of a down year for the Rams. They're gonna have to build from here because they're lost. They're not their Super Bowl team that they were. Their defense, though, their defense is one of the best in the league, so that might carry them. But yeah, Robert Woods is definitely not gonna have that great of a year. And then I think I'll just go to number 16 because Brad's not back yet. Number 16, I have Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton. He's my #2 sleeper wide receiver for this year. I have very high hopes for the Broncos this year. Brad does not, but Broncos have such a good young team. Their defense is good. Their offense is good. I feel like they're going to go 2nd in their division. They're going to make the playoffs as a wild card. And I feel like Courtland Sutton is going to be a big part of that. He's going to click very well with Drew Lock. They have Noah Fant and KJ Hamler on their offense. They have Melvin Gordon and Philip Lindsay on their offense. Their offense is insane. I feel like Courtland Sutton is going to be an insane sleeper in the draft. You can get him like 3rd or 4th round sometimes. So I feel like he's going to do great. Courtland Sutton, number 17. Andrew, you also have very high hopes for Courtland Sutton, right? Oh man, I do not understand how Brad has enough high hopes for the Broncos. The Broncos are gonna do insane. Ooh. Number 8, 17, Cortland Sutton. Number 16, I have Tyler Lockett at number 16. Tyler Lockett, I feel like, is going to have a great year. I feel like the Seahawks are going to have a great year, just like we explained with DK Metcalf. Russell Wilson's going to have an MVP candidate year. And Tyler Lockett's going to be one of the biggest part of their offense. He's an insane deep threat. He's going to get 60-yard touchdowns all year. He's going to put up a ton of fantasy points, especially in a PPR league. Tyler Lockett at number 16. He's a number 1 wide receiver on your team. And then at number 15. At number 15, I have Odell. I put him at number 15. I feel like that might be a little high. A little high for Odell. He spent 2 seasons with the Browns. Both seasons have kind of been bad years. I don't have very high hopes in him. I put him in my top 15 just because he's Odell. And he's still a great wide receiver. He can make anything happen. Who knows? He could have a boom year, but he could also he's a boomer bust player. He's a top 5 boomer bust player this year. So Odell Beckham, I don't have very high hopes in Baker Mayfield. Obviously, I think Nick Chubb's kind of going to carry the Browns offense this year. Jarvis Landry was in my top 5 notables, and Odell is at number 15. So you guys might not agree with that, but I feel like he's a boomer bust player. And if he does have a pop-off year, he's going to be great. He's going to be great. Absolutely unbelievable.
Hey, I'm back.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Right. Yeah. So what number are you on?
Alright. Who did you just get done explaining?
Number 15.
Who'd you put there?
Odell.
Huh. Alright. I'm on number 16. Number 16, I have Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I also had Tyler Lockett at 16.
Alright.
I feel like I explained him pretty well.
Alright. Well, I didn't hear his, so here's mine. I feel like they got 2 great running backs, so that's not going to affect it too much, but DK Metcalf is going to take a little bit away. I just feel like you can't have, when you have so many good targets on your team, you can't just have everyone do good. Like, he's gonna have an amazing year. Everyone else in front of him, though, is, well, better, not by a lot. He's probably could be a number 1 receiver, number 1 or 2. Draft him, start him.
Yeah, he's a number 1 wide receiver on your team.
Yep. Alright, my number 15, I have Devontae Parker. You forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about Devontae Parker.
He didn't put him on his list, I don't think.
No.
He just forgot.
I would have, but I forgot that he was alive.
Exist. Alright, he's gonna have a great season. I feel like he had a good season last year. He's got Tua thrown to him now. I feel like he's not gonna do great, but obviously probably better than last year. That's Ryan Fitzpatrick. And they got Mike Gesicki. He's going to take away some targets. But that's really about it. They don't have too many targets. They don't really even have really a good running game either. I mean, they have Matt Breida and Jordan Howard, but that's not great. So, I feel like he's going to have a great year. Draft him number 1 slot, easy. Unless he's have a bad matchup or something. But besides that, he's Devontae Parker.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, who's your number 14?
14, I got Amari Cooper at 14.
Alright.
Do you?
I do not.
What? Have you said him yet?
Nope.
Number 14,
I have high hopes for him.
I think he's going to have a good year, too. I feel like the Cowboys are going to have a great year. Dak's going to improve a lot. Zeke is going to have a great year. What kept him out of the top 10 was all the targets that they have with CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. He's going to be splitting his receptions a lot. But that's not going to stop him from having a great year. Amari Cooper, he slowed down a little bit last year. I mean, he didn't have the best year, but this year he's coming back. He's gonna have his comeback season, and he's gonna do amazing. Who do you have as number 14, Brad?
Oh wait, I think I might have forgot about someone.
Who? Do you want to give him a quick
Alright.
shout out?
Yeah, I'll give you a shout out. Cortland Sutton.
What?
I forgot
You didn't
about
put
him.
him on here?
I forgot. I had him on and then I took him off because I was replacing someone for him, and then I just forgot to put him on. Sorry about that. He's going to be a great receiver, obviously, on the Broncos team. He's going to be a pretty decent team. I feel like their running backs is going to take away from him a little bit, and they also have.
I already talked about Cortland Sutton, so.
They got Noah Fant. They got
KJ
Hamler, that guy. And he's gonna have a good year.
Underrated.
All right, back from that. My number 14, I have Robert Woods.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Robert Woods is my number. What?
I feel like
He's
he's
my
gonna.
number 7. You have him a little high there.
I feel like he's gonna have a really good year. All right.
What?
What?
I'm kidding. I wasn't doing this for fun.
I feel like he's gonna have a good year. He's only really got Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee stopping him. I feel like he's gonna have a great season. He's number 1 receiver here.
I don't feel
Jared
like
Goff's gonna be throwing to him.
I don't feel like the Rams are gonna have a good year.
They're gonna be throwing the ball a lot, probably.
I feel like the Rams might lose the division, despite their amazing defense.
Well, we're talking about Robert Woods, not the Rams right now.
No, if the Rams do really bad, Robert Woods is gonna do really bad.
Well, the Jags are gonna do really bad. Doesn't mean DJ Chark's gonna do really bad.
Well, DJ Chark is special. No, Robert Woods is the most average Joe player you can get.
Where'd you put him?
17.
That's higher than where'd you put DJ Chark?
I don't know. Well,
alright.
I tried to switch him.
Robert Woods, great year. I have him in my flex spot on my team, so that's really good. I don't know how I got that.
DJ Chark is the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Okay, you do that.
There's my new analysis.
You do that. Alright, I have him in my flex spot because I have Cortland Sutton and Adam Thielen above him. So he's gonna have a great season. I feel like Rams are gonna have a pretty average season, but
I feel like all your picks, literally in the quarterback rankings, in the running back rankings, and now here in the wide receiver rankings, every single one of your picks is wrong. Every single one.
strong, even the ones you agreed with.
Yeah. You know why? Because you agreed with them. You're always wrong.
Oh my
Your picks are
gosh.
terrible, Brad.
Alright, let's see that when you giving me $1 when the Broncos go 5-10. Because that's possible.
No. Yeah.
The final game's gonna get canceled by Corona.
If the Broncos go 5-10. Number 13, Brad. Who you got?
Alright, number 13. I have DJ Moore, alright?
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
I think he's got a good year. The Panthers got Teddy Bridgewater. You think you think he's gonna do really good? Yeah, I feel like he's not gonna have a greatest season, but he's gonna be good enough to win some games. McCaffrey's obviously gonna make him focus on offense. They're gonna be running it with him, passing it to him. Oh my gosh. Alright.
This man didn't pick McCaffrey with the first pick in the
I
draft.
don't know what I was thinking. That was way in July.
Michael Thomas.
I don't know what I was thinking, alright? I was not smart back then. Alright.
And that was like 3 weeks ago.
So.
And that was about when we made our running back video. So yeah, you weren't smart back then.
I wasn't. Alright. I feel like he's gonna have a good year. Don't have too many other targets. Greg Olson's gone, I'm pretty sure. But that's DJ Moore is really about the only target there besides McCaffrey.
I got Juju at number 13.
What?
What? Do you have him higher?
You have him at 13?
Yeah,
That
where do
is
you have
such a bad. Okay,
Do you have him top
bruh.
10?
That's your worst pick so far, okay? And that
My
is a
worst pick.
terrible pick.
My worst pick so far, huh?
Yes. That is a terrible pick.
Says you who had
Okay.
Allen Robinson at what,
Move
20?
on. Move on.
You had Allen Robinson at 20.
19, but yeah.
Still. That's horrible.
Alright. Move
That's
on.
the biggest insult of the draft.
No, this is a worse insult.
What? 13 is a decent spot to put you to.
Alright, I have him a lot higher.
Well, that's your fault. Juju, I think, is going to have an amazing year. Though I feel like the Steelers are going to have their comeback year. But obviously, they have a tough schedule. They have to play the Bengals twice, which is going to be rough. But at the same time, James Conner, I feel like, is going to come back from his bad year with all of his injuries. Big Ben's coming back, fully healthy. There's no reason why Juju shouldn't have a good year here. He's going to fit in. Yet he doesn't have Antonio Brown anymore, so that's going to boost his receptions. He doesn't really have any other. He has James Washington, but
Deontay Johnson.
But he's not very good. So I feel like Juju's going to be getting most of the receptions. Juju is a number
Vance
one wide
McDonald
receiver
and Eric Ebron.
Eric Ebron. Eric Ebron. Yeah, the Steelers are going to have a great year. Juju's going to be a big part of it. That's why I put him at number 13.
I'm still disappointed in you on that one.
I'm disappointed with you on that Allen Robinson pick, man.
You should be. Alright, number 12. I have Amari Cooper. Alright. I have good faith in the Cowboys this year. I really do. I feel like they're going to have a super good year. They have such a good team that it would be a very big surprise if they don't. I have Dak Prescott, who's a top 5 receiver. Zeke, who's a top 5 running back. Amari Cooper, top 15 receiver. They got CD and Michael Gallup, who are both really good. Their defense is not terrible. They have all the weapons, and they also, I don't know who the coach is.
Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy. That's what's setting them back right now.
He had good years on the Packers.
Yeah, he had some good years, but I feel like they're gonna have a great year, and Amari Cooper is gonna be a big part of that. I feel like he's gonna have a top 15 year. You had him a little lower.
Wait, who?
Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I had him at 14.
I feel like that's not terrible, but yeah. All right. Moving on. Who you got?
Number 12. I got Allen Robinson at 12. He didn't make my top 10, but he's number 12 because of how many fantasy points he's been putting up when he's on the Bears. Yes, he's on the Bears, but I mean, you made the argument that he has Mitchell Trubisky throwing to him. He had Mitchell Trubisky throwing to him last year, and he was a top 10 fantasy wide receiver last year. That doesn't make a difference. The Bears team really hasn't changed this year. They have about the same team that they had last year, which means Allen Robinson's going to have another great year. He's getting most of the receptions. He's scoring pretty much all their touchdowns. He's putting up great fantasy numbers. He's a dynamite wide receiver. It was an insult for you to put him at number 19. Allen Robinson is going to have a great year.
Alright, hold on. Yeah, he had a good year. He was 13th in receiving yards, 13th in touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Receptions, he had 98. He had a good year, but
He did.
he only had 98 receptions and he was targeted 154 times.
Yeah.
No, that's not great there.
He's going to improve this year, Brad. He's going to even have an even better year, and he still had a good year last year.
Alright.
You put him at 19. You put that man at 19, Brad.
Number 11, I have A.J. Brown, alright?
Yeah, same.
A.J. Brown, he's obviously, all these guys, top 20, are going to have amazing years. A.J. Brown, he's got a on-fire Titans team right now. Ryan Tannehill's on fire. I don't know where that came from, but yeah.
The only thing holding A.J. Brown back is I think the Titans are going to be a running team in 2020.
Jonnu Smith is a very underrated tight end right now.
Yeah. Okay.
That's gonna be holding
Derrick
back
Henry
a little
made
bit.
number 3 on my running back rankings.
Mhm.
I feel like Derrick Henry's gonna get most of the carries. He's not gonna stop AJ Brown from getting a bunch of receptions. He's gonna have a good year. He's gonna score a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the AJ Brown that he was last
But
year. So.
if Ryan Tannehill goes back to his old Tannehill days, then it could be bad for the Titans. And we don't think that's gonna happen, but
We here in the Real Mass Day Studios don't feel like that's the case.
Yeah. But draft him,
but
number
anyway.
1 receiver, easy. He could be higher, but there's so many good receivers that are in front of him.
Yeah.
Did you number 10?
Number 10. We're going in the top 10. I got Adam Thielen.
I also have Adam Thielen at number 10.
I feel like he's gonna have a great year.
Oh, yeah.
Stephon Diggs is gone. He's their new number 1 wide receiver.
Only thing holding him back is the Vikings
Cook.
being a running team.
Dalvin Cook is gonna have a great year.
And Justin Jefferson, maybe.
I just traded him away in my fantasy league, actually.
And Irv Smith and Kyle Rudolph. But,
Yeah, I
still.
just traded away Adam Thielen in my fantasy
yes,
league.
you
but
did. It was a good trade.
It's a trade. So, I got DJ Turk.
And Miles Sanders
Yeah.
for David Johnson and Thielen. That's a good trade.
That was a good trade. Yeah, it's a good trade. Anyway. Yeah, Adam Thielen. He's gonna have a great year.
Yes.
Justin Jefferson is gonna be their new deep threat. Adam Thielen's gonna get most of the receptions.
Yeah.
In a PPR league, I think Adam Thielen's gonna be dynamite.
Yes.
He's gonna be a number 1 wide receiver.
He is now
Kirk
going to be on the
Cousins.
number 1 corner. Which is,
Kirk Cousins has been improving.
mhm.
I feel like the Vikings are going 11-5 this year.
Yeah. He's biased a little bit there. He's a Vikings fan.
I'm a Vikings fan, but I don't think that's biased.
Alright, number 9.
I just feel like that's a little on their ceiling side.
Yeah. At number 9, I feel like a lot of people put him higher. I just feel like Mike Evans. They have too many receivers. They got Rob Gronkowski, Chris Godwin, running backs. They have too many good players on their team for every single one of them to have an amazing year. Tom Brady can't throw 6,000 yards. he's gonna have an amazing year, obviously. Chris Godwin's gonna be taking it a little bit. Obviously, he had an amazing year last year. Mike Evans, still a big man on the team. But, great year, obviously. Draft him, number 1, like all these guys. Tom Brady instead of Jameis Winston throwing to him, which is going to boost him up. But, top 10, number 9. I feel like that's a good spot for him. I feel like you might have him a little bit higher, though.
Yeah, I do. But at number 9, I got DJ Moore. I have pretty high hopes for the Panthers offense this year. Obviously, with McCaffrey coming off of that year he had last year, I expect him to have an insane year this year. Teddy Bridgewater played 5 games as a Saint, won all 5 of them. Coming onto the Panthers offense, with the Teddy and McCaffrey backfield, I feel like DJ Moore is gonna fit in perfectly with that offense. And I feel like if you have McCaffrey, Teddy Bridgewater, DJ Moore, all on the same offense, I feel like it's gonna create. I feel like they're gonna do something.
Yeah.
DJ Moore. I mean, they don't really have. They don't have many other wide receivers.
Aw.
They have Curtis Samuel, but wait, do they have Curtis Samuel?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And yeah, but I feel like DJ Moore's gonna be getting the majority of the receptions, the majority of the touchdowns. He is a number 1 wide receiver on your fantasy team for sure.
Yes.
I have high hopes for him going into 2020.
Alright, number 8 spot. Here we go. I have Kenny Galladay.
I do too.
He's obviously going to have a great year. Matthew Stafford, probably the most underrated quarterback in the game.
Besides Gardner Minshew, maybe.
They do have TJ Hawkinson and Marvin Jones slowing him down, but that's not going to stop him from having an amazing year.
Yeah.
They had a good year last year. It's going to do better this year. DeAndre Swift isn't going to affect them.
The Lions have such a good offense.
They do.
And if they improve their defense,
Well,
I
they
feel
just did the opposite.
then they would be a playoff team.
They could be. It's a tough division though, NFC North.
I feel like they're exactly like the Jags this year. Well, in the fact that Their offense is good. It's just their defense.
The
that's holding them
defense is
back.
super bad.
Yeah.
Alright, number 7. Here we go. This is where I put Juju.
7? Really?
I feel like he's going to have a breakout year. I have super high. I'm sad that I didn't get him in my fantasy league. I feel like he's going to have a breakout season this year. Big Ben's
Your fantasy league was trashed.
I feel like Big Ben is back finally. Mason Rudolph isn't going to be thrown to him. And he still had a good year when Mason Rudolph was thrown to him. AB's gone. Le'Veon Bell's gone. He was taking away targets. Still have James Conner, but he's not as much as a receiving back as Le'Veon. Deontay Johnson, he's going to take away a pretty big amount because he's super underrated. James Washington, I don't think he'll affect him too much. Obviously, Vance McDonald. Big Ben doesn't like his tight ends too much. I feel like he's going to have an amazing season. Number 7. Probably going in the second round of your leagues.
Season.
I like him a lot this season.
Number 7, I have Mike Evans. I feel like the Bucks are going to have an amazing year. They're going to make the playoffs. Their offense is arguably the best offense in the league.
Yeah.
And Mike Evans is their number 1 wide receiver. There's no reason why he shouldn't be a top 10 wide receiver this year. He has Tom Brady throwing to him. He's Mike Evans. He has insane hands. He's going to score a lot of touchdowns. Obviously, as you said, their offense is it's going to take away a little bit of Mike Evans' catches, but there's no reason why he shouldn't have a top 10 here. Mike Evans at number 7 for me.
Chris Godwin, I have at number 6. Pretty much the same thing as Mike Evans. Because he ain't going to have the number 1 corner on him. Helps him out a lot. I don't think he is. He might. Same reason as Mike Evans. Too many people populating the Bucks offense. He's still going to have an amazing year, though. Obviously, he's put him in number 6. Draft him. As I said, like every single person here.
So, Brad, here's the real question. You're drafting your wide receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 players that you're deciding on is Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin.
Who do you take?
I'd take Chris Godwin. I feel like his offense is going to be close, but I've taken Chris Godwin coming off that amazing year. With Jameis Winston throwing to him.
At number 6, I have Tyreek Hill.
That is
I feel like he's gonna
another
have an amazing year.
interesting pick here.
Obviously, he's coming off a Super Bowl winning team. Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs are going to have another insane year. Tyreek Hill's going to be a big part of that. His speed is going to score him a ton of touchdowns. Draft him first round. Late first or early second round is when I think good time for Tyreek Hill to go, because just how dominant the Chiefs are going to be this year, according to my mind. And Tyreek Hill, he's going to score a bunch of touchdowns. He's going to get a bunch of yards. He's going to score a bunch of fantasy points.
The only reason he didn't have as great as a year is because he was out for a few games last year. He had a 1,500 yard season in 2018.
At number 5, I have Chris Godwin.
Alright.
Chris Godwin is a top 5 wide receiver. Can you search up his fantasy stats from last year?
Chris Godwin?
Chris Godwin.
Alright, I got you.
He did absolutely insane. He's a top 5 fantasy wide receiver for sure. I know people think they're top 5 wide receivers. Chris Godwin doesn't really cross their mind until you look at the
He was number
numbers.
2 in fantasy points last year for receivers.
Number 2.
He had 9 touchdowns, which is the third best, probably. Third best in receiving yards. Did have the 17th most drops, which is only 3, but still.
Yeah, he was top 3 in pretty much everything.
He had 86 receptions.
This year. Yeah.
And he didn't play for 2 games during that.
Yeah. Look at that. That's insane. Chris Godwin is a top 5 fantasy wide receiver. Just, he's a first round.
He averaged 13, almost 14 fantasy points a game.
You can normally steal him in the second round, so.
I know.
He's a steal in the second round. Many people don't realize how many fantasy points he puts up, so. Dropped him.
Alright, my top 5 right here. I have Julio Jones at number 5.
What? What? I have Julio Jones at number 4, so.
Julio Jones, obviously, amazing receiver. He is getting older, but that doesn't mean he can't make those super spectacular catches. He isn't getting as many touchdowns recently. Calvin Ridley's
touchdowns. That's the thing that scores fantasy points.
That is the biggest problem for him.
That's the one thing that's holding him back from number 2 or number 3 is because he doesn't score touchdowns.
Calvin Ridley is going to be taken away. They did lose Austin Hooper, but they filled it in with Hayden Hurst. Also, might run the ball a little bit more, but that's not really too big of an issue. Like, obviously, great year, but I don't think he's 4-3-2-1.
Yeah.
Number 4, I have D-Hop. DeAndre Hopkins, number 4.
I have D-Hop at number 3.
Oh gosh. Alright, DeAndre Hopkins moving away from the Texans offense. Probably good for him.
I feel like this generates a new opportunity for DeAndre Hopkins.
It does.
I have very high hopes in the Cardinals offense this year. With young Kyler Murray, who is an MVP candidate this year in my mind. They have Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk, but I feel like Christian Kirk is going to be more of a deep threat. Larry Fitzgerald's getting old. He's not getting as many targets as he used to. D-Hop is going to be their number 1 wide receiver. He's going to get the most catches, and he's going to get the most touchdowns.
He had the 5th most fantasy points for a receiver last year.
Yeah. Don't let his team keep you from drafting him. He's going to do great.
He's going to do great.
He's going to be great.
Alright. Oh. Number 3, right?
Yeah.
Yep, number 3. I have Tyreek Hill. Alright. I feel like he's going to have another amazing year. He didn't have his greatest year because he was out. If he can repeat his 2018 season with 1,500 yards, I think he's going to do amazing. Patrick Mahomes, amazing. Clyde going to be taken away a little bit, but not really. Travis Kelce. If Patrick Mahomes can make three or four receivers have 1,000-yard seasons, that is what makes him a lot better. If like D-Hop was on the Chiefs, he'd be better, higher up. If any of these players had Mahomes as their quarterback, they'd move up like 5 spots automatically. Just because he can make like 3 players have 1,000-yard receiving yards in a season. Draft him. He's probably going to be going really early, but if you can get him, you get him.
Yeah. Tyreek Hill. He's going to have a great year. At number 2, I got Davante Adams.
Yep.
Davante Adams, part of that Packers offense. Aaron Rodgers, obviously one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Davante Adams scores so many fantasy points.
He does. He gets a lot of receptions, a lot of yards.
It's a lot of touchdowns. He gets almost all the Packers touchdowns. Him and Aaron Jones pretty much split the Packers touchdowns.
Yes.
So, I mean, Davante Adams, he's by far
They don't have as many targets, so that's going to help them.
Alan Lazard.
Yep.
Did you draft Alan Lazard in your draft?
I sadly didn't.
Who did?
No, I did. I got Alan Lazard.
How late did you get him?
I got him. He was like my last pick or something like that.
Oh, really? That's a great last pick.
Davante Adams averages 12 receptions, or 12 yards of reception. He's really good. He goes on those corner routes. He's great.
Yep. He gets on those corner routes.
He's got amazing route running. Probably best route running in the league. Besides Michael Thomas.
That's debatable.
Michael Thomas on the slant routes. So.
Michael Thomas on the slant routes. Bring us to the number 1.
Number 1, Michael Thomas. Alan Lazard, my bad. AJ Green. AJ Green.
Right. Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. This really wasn't very hard to pick. Coming off beating the record for receptions in a year.
For receptions.
PPR, he's insane. Non-PPR, insane. Still.
Yeah,
he's gonna have another amazing year. Emmanuel Sanders is the only thing that might slow him down for a few receptions.
I don't think it's gonna slow him down. He's Michael Thomas. He goes on those slant routes, and he gets 12 yards every single time he goes on those slant routes. That's 2 fantasy points. he does that 10 times a game. That's 20 fantasy points right there. And then you add the touchdowns. Dang.
Drew
He's
Brees
so
thrown to him. He's
Yeah.
still pretty young. He was #1 in fantasy points last year. He had 1,700 yards, 9 touchdowns. He averaged 14 fantasy points a game. He's a
gonna
beast.
be great.
He gets like 10 targets a game. Oh no,
Yeah,
that's... Where is it? Yeah,
he gets around 10 targets a game, yeah.
he gets 11 points. He got 11.6 receptions or yards per reception. He is
Yeah, dang.
amazing. Well, thank you guys for watching. It was another great live stream. Hopefully we'll have that Rocket League video up shortly in a few days. And make sure drive on the right side of the road. See ya.